What's up?
Hi.
We are going to find out who Violet is. I'm so excited. I want to know who Violet is.
She's hooked.
I was not ready for the way you said that.
Dude, I'm so excited. Like, I want to know who Violet is. I'm so here for it. It's just, there's a lot that plays into this.
There's a lot that's playing into this. Like we talked in the last video. We need to figure out who this is.
Just so you all know, we took like an 8-minute processing break, so we hopped directly back on it.
Yeah, I mean, no, this is pretty.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty close after.
We ready?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't wait any longer.
Very good, guys.
I can't.
Oh, it sounds a lot like Tyron. Oh, we're back in a
hospital.
Okay.
And what are you doing? Folk sounding.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Bulgarian folk music.
Oh,
what are we doing?
Wow.
I really like the way that zoomed in. That was cool. Damn, dude.
That's talent.
Hey, give it to him. He's using acoustic instead of an electric.
Well, that's the sound he's definitely looking for. Whoa. I was not prepared.
He looks like he's schizophrenic when they did that.
Well, in one of the last ones, he talked about psychosis at the end. But oh God, it sounds so much like it.
London City, far from pretty. 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstains. She saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
Damn.
Ooh. I like the rhythm of that.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was the wrong and but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance.
Can we pause it?
Sure.
Okay, so kind of, what is it called? Not a commentator, but that person that like talks about what's going on in the story. Narrator. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, his narrator voice and just the way he can change the look in his face and even in his eyes is amazing. It's astounding.
Yeah, every time he does it, I'm like so entranced.
Like
I'm
when he
just
got
like,
up from,
whoa, dude.
Yeah, like when he got up from the bed and he like adjusted his guitar and he like shook it back to narrator.
Yeah.
Like it was full on narrator at that point.
When I'm paying attention to the background and what's going on in the video in the background. Did you anyone notice that he had a taped off square where he was supposed to stand?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Well, okay,
looked up,
But
But,
that
but the
part-
thing about that is that when you're making video
it's keeping me focused.
of like any kind, what you're doing is that's putting you exactly in the frame that you want to be in. Exactly in that
Yes.
spot.
Yeah,
So that it looks the same every time.
Yeah,
Which
no,
is fair.
I caught because when you were talking about video production, I caught that real quickly. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he's standing where he's supposed to be. They made a square because that's why when he was like this, he bent back so the camera guy could walk past him. So it looked
Well,
like it was
right.
fading past.
You gotta have stuff like that though. Otherwise,
Oh yeah.
it's very important on where you stand and how
Yeah,
you
but
stand.
you're also
so you, get
you
the
also
message
gotta
across.
you also gotta remember not a lot of people are focusing what's going on in the background. They're only focusing on his face.
Oh
For
yeah.
people like Chase and me who like video production,
Yeah.
that's something that we could pick up and be like, hey, this is what you need to do for this, this, and this.
Right.
So your
Yeah.
I
character.
mean, it's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know, but besides that point, like, it just shows a cue of like where he knows he needs to switch, go where, blah blah blah. I mean, that's understandable. Versus
Not knowing where to stay.
not knowing, which is great. I mean, he should. You know.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
I think so.
Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddy whack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess, he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little
completely
liar,
acapella.
Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet.
Oh man. Yeah, I just feel like I got transported. That was crazy.
I'm like ready to cry.
Don't cry.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
Oh shit!
Wow.
That's their mother. Shit, we were totally wrong.
Wow.
We were totally
You okay?
We were totally fucking
Yeah.
wrong about that.
Okay, that's not what I expected from Violet.
Yeah, that was.
So now, yeah, now we know
That
what
was
Violet
crazy.
is. So let's see what. So the tales of Jenny and Screech. Now we learned about who their mother is. So their mother was beaten to death. Now both of them lay dead on the street.
First of all, they didn't even know they were related
Yeah. They
by
hid.
the sound of it.
Yeah, that was a lot. It was a lot.
And it
to
just
process.
shows how much comes into it of like mental illness running within families.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn,
I mean,
with someone that actually has fought with mental illness, that actually can be a problem.
It can be. It definitely can be. When things run through families like that, like it's very there's a certain word. I cannot think of words today.
it's really like hard to like break the cycle.
It's very hard.
To for that to like be your environment your entire life, or
It's very hard.
for you to like go through that your entire life, and then you meet other people, or
what you think is right is wrong.
Yeah, or you have another child.
What you think is normal is not.
It's not. And so the cycle continues, and it's really hard to break the cycle.
And it seems like in that the whole family that Screech got get more violent and gets the paranoia part of himself.
There's so much awareness that goes in all three of these, because in Violet you have domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
In Jenny, it's being poor and on the streets, and it's not a good time, to put it lightly. Like it's not something somebody would want for themselves. It's not like something that you would like. I don't know. It's just not something you would want.
Yeah, you don't want.
It's hard to bring yourself out of it. It's hard to be in it because it's very dangerous. You don't know who's around you. The streets itself is very dangerous. It just says a lot.
And yeah, I mean,
we all know like what can happen when you're on the streets.
You also got to think of they live in London,
and Screech,
where this is all taking place is in London.
Screech, like growing up that way, in his mentality.
I want to know, when they're saying 2005, were they referring to the year 2005?
I think so. Yes. I think so.
I think so as well, because of how it showed up on the subtitles was why I feel like it was.
But I don't know, because the first two times it said word for word, and at the very end it was
it put it as the year 2005, which would make what later in the video it would be 20.
They'd be 19 this year.
They'd both be 19. But yeah, that video was
Screech growing, like having those issues of I think I did something wrong.
And they said
I messed up this
14.
time. Well, I don't know when this came out either.
Well, no, that doesn't matter now. He died at 14.
Well, yeah.
He died at 14.
They both will.
If he died at 14,
if we're right, and they were supposedly twins.
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, they're both 14 by the time.
But either way, like, just growing up poor or having those
breaks,
mental conflicts with yourself, and just having those
They would have died in 2019. I'm sorry, I had to do the mental math. If we're correct.
Yes, if we're correct. I don't know. It's just every time I see Ren now, it's like, oh, that was a lot. Let me go process
Go back to the video real quick. I want to see what year came out.
Oh, let's see.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. So 2022. Yeah. 22.
Okay, I was wondering
if it was 2019.
I was like, hold up.
It was still beautifully done. Like, the way he changes, like we said in High Run, like, the way he changes his personality. And, like, you guys had said, the perspective of everything. Like,
it's always the perspective of the point of view.
Wow.
Like, when it cut to the police, like we said in the last video, was when it cut to the police and him shooting them down.
And somebody commented, too, on the High Run that all of that was three cameras and one take. And he says one other thing about the video, and I can't remember it specifically at the moment. But she, I don't know.
Sorry,
I'm not going to assume. But, yeah, and doing even High Run in one take, like, that's impressive.
Yeah,
that is highly impressive. Like, that made it much more...
Yeah, because you also got to forget...
Crazy.
You also forget that he's switching from rapping to narrating real quickly, so that would fuck up anybody, even a veteran of the rap, like the hip-hop and rap.
Yeah, the way he's able to switch his voice with everything as well, and just everything. Like, he's a very talented person.
I don't even know if I'd call him, like, hip-hop or rap. It's like he is...
He almost has his own genre, to me. Like, he's on his own, and I'm here for it.
Me too.
I'm definitely here for it. He's a talented person. Very talented.
I'm very just drawn in by his stuff
I would
right
love
now.
to have a sit-down conversation.
Imagine
I would love to have a sit-down conversation with friends.
If you could get an interview, that would be really cool.
That would be...
Like, try to interview him and ask questions about themselves.
Like, I have so much to ask, but I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
I would love to just have a conversation and see his point of view on things because they're very different. But when you see it, you're like, fuck, that's true. I never thought of it that way.
Video.
When I watched High Run,
I like to mess with them. We're buddies.
When I watched High Run for the very first time, it seriously like made me look at stuff very different.
It did.
Like I was looking at stuff and I was just like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna let this like
dark.
Yeah, like beat me and overcome me. Like like,
and that's what somebody else commented too. It's a lot scarier when something that you just deal with turns into something that you have to overcome.
Yeah,
that makes it a lot scarier. And you were right. You were absolutely right because I read that. I think today. I think I saw that, and yeah, that it's taken me for a loop. I've kept it in the back of my mind since, and I'm probably going to end up keeping that back here.
Well,
that was wow, guys.
That's changing my perspective.
Thank you for showing and like telling us about what is it? The Tale of Jenny and Screech and Violet afterwards, the full version. That's thank you. I'm still speechless.
Yeah, I have to say, like, some stories like that in particular are better told backwards like it was.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, it was...
And he even said it ends at the start.
Yes, I was just going to mention that because then he started at the end of Violet and then went into the story when he did the same thing. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
dang.
Well, yeah,
we also do have more Ren coming. We have Chalk Outlines.
Oh, with Chinchilla.
We have that one, and then we also have
7 Sins. Somebody else had suggested.
Yes.
So
stay
tuned. We'll see you guys later.
Catch you guys later.
Stay beautiful
and subscribe.
Subscribe.